Welcome back to a reading of The Cool War by Randomini. This time we'll be reading The Toyman and the Doctor. Now without further ado. Document Identification Number DOCWON 525276. Acquisition Method mailed to Site 17. Additional documentation. Mailed in unmarked manila envelopes. Sealed inside are 7 marked A5-sized envelopes. Envelopes numbered subdocuments 1 to 7 as follows. Subdocument DOC 1-525276-1. Marked A5 size envelope. Addressed to Mr. Dr. Wondertainment. Unsealed. Inside. Crumpled A3 size white paper. Text on back in black pen. Text on reverse side in red crayon. Front. The Toyman and the Doctor. A little bit of fiction by you-know-who. I'm just bored. Dr. Wondertainment was not a real doctor. Kids don't care about my toys anymore. It's all virtual these days. Who cares about having a real friend anymore? Jesse, cancel the next line of misters. They never sold anyway. 500 meters down, 12 half-developed embryonic monstrosities were euthanized. Sitting inside all day, sharing cat pictures on the internet, looking up who knows what through who knows where. They don't pay attention to the real world. Jesse walked through the door, coffee in one hand and PDA in the other. Sir, that's not quite... You put that fucking thing down! The Toyman leapt to his feet, tore the PDA from her hands, and threw it out the window. Sir, that was... The Toyman pulled the burning hot coffee from a grip and threw it in her eyes. The Toyman threw Jessie out the window. Jessie, you stupid, stupid girl! The Doctor pressed a button under his desk. Jessie walked through the door, coffee in one hand. Sir, that's not quite right. Market studies are showing that... Hang on, I think I left something in... No, no, no! The Doctor pressed a button under his desk. Jessie walked through the door, coffee in one hand. Sir, I completely agree. I know, Jessie, I know. But how do we convince them to pay attention to the real world? These kids are spending every day indoors. Their eyes are going to turn square from staring at all their video games and movies and cartoons and comic books and video games and comic books. How do we get this fresh generation out of the house? Jessie moved to the Doctor, crossing her legs as she sat on his desk. Simple, sir. We destroy their houses. We tear the roofs from above their heads. We kill their parents and make them orphans. We force them into the streets, where they will finally be able to play with your toys and be happy. And if they don't want to be happy, we kill them. The Toyman grinned from ear to ear. You're fucking brilliant, Jessie. How do we... The Doctor pressed a button under his desk. Jessie walked through the door, coffee in one hand. Sir, I completely agree. I know, Jessie, I know. We need to make the outside more fresh and exciting, don't we? It is unknown whether Dr. Wondertainment is an individual, and the following is crossed out, or an organization. The rest is no longer crossed out. Jessie, don't come in. Sir? When was the last time I had my pills? I'm not sure, sir. You've killed me too often. Get them for me, please. Sir, I'm not sure that... I said get me my fucking pills, bitch! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Jessie walked through the door, coffee in one hand, and Dr. Wondertainment's Stop the Voice pills in the other. She had tears streaming down her face. Bruises covered her arms and legs. Blood poured from the open head wound and the gashes in her torso from the broken glass. The doctor tore the coffee from her hands, and the Toyman threw it in Jessie's eyes, and the coffee mixed with her tears. More coffee! More coffee! Jessie left the room and returned with more coffee. She placed the doctor's pillbox on his desk. The pillbox smiled at the doctor and squeaked in violet whispers. Complimentary! Please take one! The Toyman screamed. You misspelt complimentary! Dr. Wondertainment downed his pills with Jessie's tears. The doctor went back to sleep. The doctor died a little inside. With love, your prodigal son. Love you, Daddy. And on the reverse side of the document, Dear Mr. Dr. Wondertainment, thank you for making so many fantastic toys. We love playing with them. Please do not stop making them. When we grow up, we want to be just like you and make everyone have lots of fun. Love, Ruiz, Pico, and Mr. Red. Subdocument DOC1-525276-2. Marked A5-sized envelope, addressed to Mr. Ruiz, Pico, and Red. Unsealed, torn. Inside, folded A4-sized white paper, front text printed via inkjet printer, reverse blank. Front. Wondertainment Enterprises, P.O. Box 3.141592 and the rest. Wondertainment Land 7. To Riaz and Pico. We're glad you like playing with Dr. Wondertainment TM brand toys. Unfortunately, the doctor himself is busy working on his next big thing and can't respond to you directly. We'll pass on your message when he takes a break. Enclosed are free samples of Dr. Wondertainment's latest line of consumable products. Dr. Wondertainment's Sapient Gummy Bears. Thank you for your letter. From the office of Dr. Wondertainment to Mr. Red. We're glad you like being a Dr. Wondertainment TM brand toy. Unfortunately, you do not have the rights to use the likeness of Dr. Wondertainment TM in your fictional works. If you do not cease production of these works, further action will be taken. Thank you for your letter from the legal department of Dr. Wondertainment. Subdocument DOC 1-525276-3. Marked A5 size envelope addressed to Mr. Dr. Wondertainment, not peons. Unsealed. Inside, crumpled A3 size white paper. Text on front in black pen. Text on reverse in red crayon. Front. Mr. Red's big day at the legal department. And then, Mr. Red, kill them all. I am not a toy. Let me meet your maker, and you'll meet yours. Don't make this non-fiction. Pass it on to the man himself. Reverse. Dear slaves of Mr. Dr. Wondertainment, thank you for your reply. The gummy bears were very tasty. We will buy more when they come out. Please pass this letter on to Mr. Dr. Wondertainment. We do not want to speak with you. Love, Ruiz, Pico, and Mr. Red. Subdocument DOC 1-525276-4. Marked A5 sized envelope. Addressed to Mr. Ruiz, Pico, and Red. Unsealed, torn. Inside, folded A4 sized white paper. Front text printed via inkjet printer. Reverse blank. Front. Wondertainment Enterprises, P.O. Box 3.141592 and the rest. Wondertainment Land 7. To Ruiz and Pico. We're glad you liked eating Dr. Wondertainment's sapient gummy bears. Unfortunately, the doctor himself is busy working on his next big thing and can't respond to you directly. We'll pass on your message when he takes a break. Enclosed are free samples of Dr. Wondertainment's latest line of consumable products, Wondertainment's Sapient Gummy Bears. Thank you for your letter. From the office of Dr. Wondertainment to Mr. Red. We're glad you like being a Dr. Wondertainment TM brand toy. You have heavily misrepresented the public face of Dr. Wondertainment TM in a unauthorized fashion. Then threatened the legal department of Dr. Wondertainment. This unauthorized activity with respect to the public face of Dr. Wondertainment, TM, constitutes infringement of Wondertainment Enterprises' intellectual property rights and violates various defamation and vilification laws. Wondertainment Enterprises enforces its intellectual property rights very aggressively by using every legal option available. Wondertainment Enterprises demands that you immediately and permanently disable access to any and all copies of said fiction. Do not reply to this letter. Thank you for your cooperation from the legal department of Dr. Wondertainment. Subdocument DOC 1-525276-5. Marked A5 size envelope addressed to Give This to Daddy. Unsealed. Inside, crumpled A3 sized white paper, text on front in blood, text on reverse in red crayon. Front. Let me speak to my maker. Let me speak to my maker. Let me speak to my maker. Am I past my fucking expiry date? No returns? Double plus, no backsies? Well, just let me have a few moments of time with the good Dr. Wondertainment TM, and then I'll be out of your hair. I'm really serious here. If you don't, I'll kill these kids. This is written in their blood. Reverse.
Dear slaves of Mr. Dr. Wondertainment, thank you for your reply. Please do not send more gummy bears. Some of them made us feel sick. Please pass this letter on to Mr. Dr. Wondertainment. We do not want to speak to you. Love, Ruiz, Pico, and Mr. Red.
Subdocument DOC 1-525276-6. Marked A5 size envelope addressed to Dr. Wondertainment. Urgent, please read. Unsealed. Inside, crumpled A4 size white paper, heavily torn, text on front in black crayon. Reverse, blank. Front.
Dear Dr. Wondertainment, my name is Ruiz. I do not know my last name. Mr. Red will not let me remember. I have a brother. His name is Pico. I am worried about Pico. I'm worried about myself. Mr. Red took our parents away. He says he is our family now. I pretend to not understand. I pretend that I am stupid, but I am not. I know our parents will not come back. He tries to make us drink things that make us strange. I throw it up and try to make Pico throw it up, but he does not. Sometimes Mr. Red cuts us and collects the blood. I do not know what he does with the blood. Sometimes Mr. Red calls you God. Every night I pray to you that Mr. Red will be recalled. I do not think you can hear our prayers.
Subdocument DOC 1-525276-7. Marked A5 size envelope addressed to Dear Mr. Dr. Wondertainment. Unsealed. Inside, crumpled A4 size white paper, heavily torn, text on front in red crayon. Reverse, blank. Front.
Dear Mr. Dr. Wondertainment, thank you for making Mr. Red. I love Pico.
Well, now we have an idea why Ruiz is so concerned about Pico joining the other group. He truly has been broken from a very young age. The poor kids. Well, thank you very much for coming, dear readers. It's been a joy reading for you, and I hope to do so again next time. Good luck out there.